Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Alex here. And for today's exercise, we are going to go over basic meditation. Meditation is something that is a journey, right? It's something that you have to practice and be really consistent with it in order for you to really benefit from all the amazing benefits that it has to offer. But it's an incredibly powerful tool, and honestly, I can say that it's changed my life ever since I've started it. It has not only been able to give me more peace and allow for me to be able to manage my thoughts a lot more, be able to reach a state of calmness a lot faster, but it has also helped me with my anxiety, with my stress, and at my earlier stages of it, it really helped me with my depression and everything that I was going through, my mental illnesses. And so it is a powerful tool. I strongly believe in it, and I highly recommend everybody to do it. Now, there's different stages of meditation. Today we're going to be covering just the basics of it. If you're getting into it, or if you maybe have considered looking into it, this is what I'm going to be covering. So there are several other stages in which I will create more of those videos in the future. But for this one, the basics of it, the number one thing that I think most people struggle is getting into that state of meditation. Their minds typically gets in the way, and they find it really difficult to sit still for even 6 to 8 minutes. And by the way, talking about time, you initially, when you're getting started, you want to keep it around that time. 9 to 12 minutes or so is pretty ideal. If you can do 15, that's great, but you want to start slow and then eventually work your way up. So let's talk a little bit about the basics. The number one thing you really want to do is, as you go into your state of meditation, you want to be mindful of how you are mentally. And what that means is, if you just got done scrolling on TikTok or on Instagram, obviously your mind's going to be very stimulated, right? And you're probably going to be not in a very calm state. So before, if you're coming off something it's been activating your mind it's been stimulating your mind rather, you want to do some breath work beforehand. Put on some calm music to just get you into a more calm state before going into a meditation. A lot of people, especially beginners, they just go right into it after scrolling or after something that they were doing that it was very stimulating or stressful for that matter, and they don't do any transition into it, and because you're new, it's not going to be effective for you. So again, something you can do is just put something calm, some calm music, whether it's classical music, whether it's, I like meditation music that's just the sounds, or you can do nature sounds, ocean, rain, forest, whatever calms you as you are getting ready to start your meditation. And another thing is, keep it simple, but make it into some sort of a ritual. And what I mean by that, it can be very, very simple, right? So that means maybe you go to a certain room to do it. It can be as simple as that. Or maybe you light up a candle or an incense, or perhaps maybe you even light up some Palo Santo, whatever it is, something that is going to help you connect right to that state of mind. We are creatures of habits, and what we do can help us connect or remember. The mind says, oh, when I smell Palo Santo, it means calming down. When I smell sage, it means connecting, right? Or when I smell an incense, I automatically feel more calm, because it's going to associate those things. And activating the smell, the sound, obviously the taste is something that you could do, but it's not necessary. But those senses is extremely important. It can help you amplify your experience. Okay, so once you are in a calm state and you're winding down, the next thing is you want to find a comfortable place to sit. Whether that is like I am right now, which most people do not like, especially beginners, because it hurts their back or they can't find comfort in this position. That's totally okay. You can sit your back against the wall, or you can find a comfortable chair. Ideally, if you're able to fold your legs like how I am, it's kind of hard to see at this angle. That is also very much recommended, because it does help you sort of kind of like connect, right? That's why it's been done this way for hundreds of years by monks and other folks who meditate, yogis, if you will. But anyways, find that. And if not, if you have a chair it does not allow you to comfortably be able to fold your legs, then just simply put your feet down flat on the ground, and that will work as well. Again, this is all beginner stuff, right? So keep that in mind, that as you evolve, you are going to make adjustments, and what I'm doing now, right, will be something that'll be very simple for you. Some people like laying down. The only problem with laying down is that oftentimes people fall asleep. So I used to do it when I started laying down. I did not fall asleep. I found myself being very relaxed and very in tune, but that's just me. So you can try different things, but by sitting up like this or against a wall or something, you're kind of guaranteed that you're not going to fall asleep, right? So once you find your sitting position, and you have everything set up, your calm music and everything else, you want to do a little bit of breath work. Now, most of meditations will guide you, right? Or guided meditations rather will guide you on with some sort of breath work. And the whole point of breath work is not only to calm yourself, to calm your mind and calm everything, but also is to get you into a awareness of your breath, to be thinking and shifting your focus out of your thoughts and everything else that's going on and more into your body, right? And that's going to be very important, because meditation is it's not just a state of mind, it's also a state of physical awareness. It's really calming the body down, because the mind responds to the body and vice versa. They work very much together. So if we can get our bodies to relax, typically the mind will follow. We just have to teach it to not fall asleep, right? So once you do that, there's some great guided meditations, whether you like female voices or male voices, it's really up to you. But find ones. I'll share my playlist, or you can reach out to me and I can share some of my playlists of some guided meditations that I give my clients and that I was using when I first started. But find something that resonates with you and that brings you calmness. And once you do that, you're going to go through all of it. And most of guided meditations, like I said, are going to give you a guidance. Once you're done, the one thing I want you to remember is to not just get up and go about your day. Take a few minutes. That can be literally 2 minutes to just breathe, kind of come to and think about what you experienced. Take awareness of how you're feeling. Maybe place your right hand on your left breast and just have a moment of gratitude. Have a moment of smile, maybe a little bit, a moment of joy, whatever comes, whatever emotion that is positive and beautiful comes to you. Let that be expressed. Let that be ignited, right? Because that is very, very important as you're coming out of a meditative state, to also teach the mind that we are grateful for this, to build a relationship around feelings. It's going to help you really adopt this a lot faster, and it will be a lot more meaningful for you. Once you're done doing that, really now you can do, like, if you're feeling inspired to do affirmations, you can do that. If you're feeling inspired to journal, it's also a great time to do it. And I say this, why it's a great time, because your mind will be, or at least should be, a lot calmer at that point. You should be in a better place where you can really think about the things that maybe are important, that are on the top of your heart's mind, right? And not so much on our mind. And a lot of that has to do with feelings and emotions, and providing a space where you feel mentally calm enough where you can process those emotions in a much better, effective way than if you were mentally stimulated or overstimulated. So I hope that's helpful. There's obviously so much more that goes into this, but this is just the bare bones and the basics, which are extremely important as you embark on this journey. So take your time with it, and most importantly, again, stay persistent is key. Do it at least 3 times a week to start with, and then gradually increase within each week to an additional day. And ideally you want to get to the point where you do it every single day, and eventually work your way up to twice a day, right? So that is my recommendation. I hope this is helpful, and I hope that you give it a try, and try it for at least 60 days, I say. 30 days is good, but 60 days, I think it's the best sweet spot to give a full run for its money. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to me on any of my social media platforms, or you can always send me an email too, whatever you're more comfortable with, and I'm more than happy to answer any other questions. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Stay brave, and as always, be true to yourself. Namaste.